Everybody has a feeling in their gut. Everybody knows when the vibe is off.
Mhm.
And like I said, if the vibe is off, so is the sale. So what does that look like? And then how do you, as a realtor, an investor, a practitioner, even a coach to other realtors, how do you figure out um, how to manage your own energy? So that's a topic for hours and hours and hours, which is why I wrote the House Whisperer book.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm Kristen, and I'm here with Pam Vitaz. She is a real estate investor, an author, and a coach, and she's helping people align with their inner truth. We're going to talk a lot about energy work, which I'm really excited about. Thanks for being here, Pam.
Thanks for having me, Kristen.
So let's get into your background. I mean, you have a very interesting perspective on real estate and how to align your business with your energy, which I can't wait to get into. Let's start at the beginning. How did you become interested in real estate and get into it?
I've always been interested in real estate, and I had a high-end luxury home rental business for the Kentucky Derby about 3 years before Airbnb, and so that got me interested in the short-term rental business. I was always interested in historic homes, luxury homes, since I was a kid, and, then my husband and his brother started a flipping business, and so I just kind of naturally, um, continued on.
Amazing. And then so now today you've built a really impressive company around you. And how did you kind of build out your team?
Yeah. I think that it's been sort of a natural evolution. I've had people working for me with me in other industries. I've even had someone who's purchased a home for me is the person who helps me with all the web work with the Hestia House Method website. Um, my just different people that have been attracted to me energetically have then naturally folded into the team as they just sort of raise their hand like, "I see you're missing this aspect.
Mhm.
I could do that." And that's mostly how it's been built.
Yeah, I think people struggle with that. I think building out your team is one of the most difficult parts, dealing with people. How do you make sure that people are aligned with your values?
I mean, I think it's just truth over time. You have to spend enough time with people, and I think that, they say be slow to hire and quick to fire. I think then I'm the very, very slowest hirer on the planet because sometimes it will take years and years, and then we're just working together like bit by bit. And
Mhm.
I think probably one of the biggest mistakes maybe that I've made is not being able to hand off more stuff earlier. I think
Mhm.
it's a pretty common mistake that entrepreneurs make because we have such control freakiness.
Mhm. Absolutely. And I feel like, you've tried a lot of different things with short-term rentals, multifamily, all of that. I would love for you to talk about kind of figuring out what's right for you and yeah, going through that whole process.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, I think the thing that's right for me is not the same thing as right for certain parts of my team. So it's like, where is my lane inside of this organization? How can I coach, guide, and support the team as we grow our multifamilies and we grow our real estate investment portfolio and manage the team? Doing a short-term rental is a very, very different animal because you're having, they're high maintenance, you're flipping the homes every few days sometimes. And so that team takes a different type of person. So finding those sort of jack of all trades and being in the situation where I'm able to guide them while grow what I'm mostly excited about and dreaming about. And that's being about the energy side of things.
Right. And kind of how have you folded that into the whole process?
Yeah, I think part of it is like literally the energy of the people around, and the people that have stuck around have a certain vibrational, I think, frequency that very much aligns with what I'm doing and where I'm going. And when I look at an environment, um, to see, is this a place that makes sense for us, um, energetically?
Mhm. And how do you tap into that? I think a lot of people want to have that intuition and that, innate knowing, but what would be your advice for people who are maybe
Well,
stuck?
it's my disposition that actually we all have intuition. We all have, maybe you can call it psychic powers, but that feels intimidating. I remember when I was a kid and everyone's like, "Do you have ESPN?" Like, it's like they're making a joke when the cable channels came out, but the reality was, like, everybody wanted to have this extra sensory perception, and my disposition is everybody has it. Everybody has a feeling in their gut. Everybody knows when the vibe is off,
Mhm.
and like I said, if the vibe is off, so is the sale. So what does that look like? And then how do you, as a realtor, an investor, a practitioner, even a coach to other realtors, how do you figure out um, how to manage your own energy? So that's a topic for hours and hours and hours, which is why I wrote the House Whisperer book.
Yeah.
And the entire first section of the book goes through step by step how you can um, learn to ground your energy, find your center. I think most people can go click anywhere on YouTube to find, you know, tools of how do I ground my energy? And I think there are infinite opportunities. We do have a free meditation also on our website to
Nice.
help people get started with that. And to me, that's the most basic. Like,
Mhm.
step out of whatever chaos you're in. You could do it in the shower, to start any place that you're just like, able to be alone and quiet and kinda disconnect from whatever mental thing is going on.
Yeah, and I think there's maybe a misconception around meditation that I if you think about anything else, you're doing it wrong. Can you talk more about meditation?
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite topics because I can't turn off my brain at all.
Mhm.
And, there've been a lot of teachers that have a lot of opinions about that you are doing it wrong and that you need to do these certain practices and you need to torture yourself. I don't subscribe to that. I kinda think of my brain, it's almost like there are, like, 60 different televisions, and they're all saying different things, and that's all fine, but I have to get myself into a disposition where that's none of my business,
Mhm.
like, that's happening, but then I can move my energy into my heart and breathe. And this is also what I teach people to do. And it's not about like jumping out of your head and trying to come in. It's about staying into your center and moving your awareness down into your heart. And
Okay.
sometimes I say, do it like an elevator. Just imagine there's a little elevator in your brain and you just move it down into your heart and you rest there and you breathe there and you feel what you feel.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
What I find is people burst into tears or they, because sometimes they've never ever had this opportunity to connect with what their heart is feeling. And
Mhm.
we often are just bullying ourselves and bullying what our heart or our gut are trying to tell us when we could really just listen.
Right.
And I think that what I've found, and especially just through all my coaching and watching so many other people have this experience, that they've been able to connect to what they truly, truly want in that way. So putting yourself into this practice um, is sort of the first step in understanding the energy of a space,
Right.
as it always to me. So I know there are a lot of people doing this kind of work in the world. I want to show people how to apply it specifically to the real estate industry.
Definitely. Yeah, and I feel like this is an industry where people are very cerebral, where it's very much like if the numbers make sense, it's the right deal. How do you help people kind of fold in this energy when I do feel like people are very focused on numbers?
Yeah, I definitely am not asking people to, abandon their spreadsheets or
Right.
their ROIs or their, any type of tools that they're utilizing to figure out if the math works. But I think that there's ways sometimes that the math works and people get run over. If it's
Okay.
not a win-win deal, I don't want to be a part of it because the karma I think that comes with that, yeah, the numbers might look great, but how do you feel at the end? So there's that aspect. How do you feel in the space? Like nobody's buying this space and maybe you don't want to either because you can't say why. Can that space be remediated energetically? Can I teach you how to do that so that these are places where you can get deals that you might not have otherwise been able to get because of how we shift the energy?
Totally. And something I'm very interested in is kind of untangling that intuition versus anxiety. I think that a lot of times for me, I'm like, oh, well, my gut is telling me not to do it, but I'm really just anxious about it. How do you kind of decide which is which?
Well, I mean, I love the tool of human design, the human design system. I'm not here to prove that system by any stretch of the imagination, but it definitely has helped me and helped many people that I know be able to really understand how to make decisions best in their life and then what might be blocking that.
Right.
So, when you, depending on how you operate, you might need to take a week or two and not, and you might get really, really excited about something. And I think that you've known yourself long enough, pretty much any adult watching this podcast, that you can trust that, or you can start to learn to trust that part of you that does know. Like you might not want to admit to yourself that you know, but you do know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think everybody kind of creates their own vocabulary for that. But journaling, I think, helps. Noticing how you make decisions normally, asking a good friend, even the smallest type of decisions. Like when we go out to eat, how do I order? And like notice a small decision and then apply that to a bigger decision.
Yeah. All about awareness is what I'm kind of hearing. And I feel like
For sure.
meditation is a great way to build your awareness.
Yeah. Being present. I mean,
Mhm.
I know it sounds cliche, but it literally it's the trick.
Yeah, and talk more about your coaching practice and how you've been able to help people, maybe some success stories.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, so I've really, really enjoyed working with buyers and sellers is where most of my experience is, and I've just started a coach's training program, so that's a little bit newer. But I've also been coaching people individually on just on a spiritual basis as they apply it to their entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So with the buyers and sellers, I've taken everything that I've learned from coaching buyers and sellers and created it into courses that can be downloaded. And it's my voice and it has worksheets and it's things that the layperson could even share with their realtor.
Mhm.
There's going to be an investors course in about a month. From so first of 2026, it will be available, just downloadable, and that is great for realtors who want to help investors invest.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's such a cool angle to it, kind of folding in this almost spirituality aspect of it. Yeah, I'm sure you help a lot of people, and it's, transferable to a lot of other things in your life once you get the hang of it in business.
Totally. And what I really, really love about it is like I think that people they're wanting something more, but they don't know how to articulate it. And they're so good and they're so busy in their businesses that they don't necessarily know how to find time. But like when you've got a real estate business and you coach with somebody like me, that's still a business write off. And then it's affecting all these other areas of your life where you can find a lot of joy, and start just noticing like, wow, I'm like overall happier. And I think that that's probably the biggest feedback. And
Mhm.
my business is running more smoothly, but anytime you're a little happier, you can bring that into your business. And so I think it spirals upward.
Absolutely. And what I love about your business and practices, you work a lot with women. And I feel like women are a little, underrepresented in the real estate industry. So I'd love for you to talk about that too.
Yeah, I do love working with women. And I think that women pay it forward a little bit more than men. That's not, of course, always true. But like when a woman gets involved in a thing, it trickles out to more of the community, and I think everybody benefits. And like you said, a little bit underrepresented, a little bit people aren't necessarily speaking this feminine language inside a pragmatic,
Mhm.
more masculine industry. Also, when we're just talking about the material plane, that is like a more masculine side of things and how we do business in our current culture. So, how can we honor what we've been doing and expand it and make it a little bit softer and a little bit more honest, if I'm being honest,
Mhm.
and and let us be true to ourselves. Like it can fit. Like with the moment this became invented and the Gmail became invented, that was the opportunity that I could do it all. I could be a mom. I could recall information just by putting in the Gmail search bar.
Mhm.
And that really changed a lot of things. And I think that younger people might not understand like what the technology can do or has done. Um, but that there is space that you can do many, many things within the tools that are available.
Yeah, and with so much access, like on your phone, and everything is so instant. How do you feel about that energetically? Do you feel like that can be detrimental to kind of your intuition and grounding yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think that all of this technology is obviously amazing connecting us, but you need to take a break.
Right.
So, one thing that we do in our short term rentals is we offer a digital detox for
Oh.
72 hours where we take your phone for you. And so you give us particular instructions and we make sure that things are responded to correctly, but that you're completely disconnected from that experience. And I think it's important. I think that the light, the electronics, it is a lot, but like I'm not a Luddite around this. I'm not like you have to throw away your computer and that's
Mhm.
obviously not practical. Um, but I do think it sucks a lot of our attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Do a lot of people do the digital detox in your short terms?
It's brand new. It's a brand
That's
new
cool.
product. It starts, we have our first, bookings in May of 2026 throughout
Nice.
Michigan, and we have a spot in Costa Rica as well.
Oh, that's amazing. I think that's such a good
Yeah,
idea, especially in a place like Costa Rica. That's a great place to detach. Well, this
yeah.
has been so awesome. Thank you for offering your perspective on all of this. I think it's a very, it's a great angle to this that a lot of people maybe don't consider as an option. So tell everyone where to find you, how to work with you, and where to find the House Whisperer.
Yes. So if you go to HestiaHouseMethod.com, that's HESTIA, housemethod.com, you can download the buyer guide, the seller guide, and upcoming we have renter and investor guides all available. There's free grounding meditation downloads available there as well. You can find me at Pam Vitaz on Instagram, and the House Whisperer book should be available by any of those large Google searches
Amazing.
very soon.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here, Pam.
Thank you so much for having me. It was really fun.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Hope you got a lot of great inspiration for your own business, learned a lot. Please reach out to Pam. She seems like she has so much to offer. So we will see you back next time. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.